Of the staff, management, or ownership of this station. It's time to get on the right path. Right Path Real Estate Radio with Jason Bible. Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from taking action and succeeding today. Get ready. The guy that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817. Toll free 877-881-0271. Now here's your host, Jason Bible.
Hot mics.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. Theme of today's show is 40 is just the start. I want to thank everybody for the birthday wishes yesterday. Yesterday was the big 40th birthday for me. So I want to thank everybody for reaching out. I want to thank Ann and Tom for singing on the radio. I could tell Anne-Marie was like, what, are we really going to do this? So thanks for singing on the radio there for me yesterday. I want to talk about why 40 is important. Years ago, I was listening to the Rush Limbaugh show, one of my favorite programs. Even if you don't agree with what Rush says politically, how he runs his shop is pretty amazing. I mean, he's the number one radio guy for, I don't know, 2 decades or something. I mean, just an absolute powerhouse. And he was talking about his show's really interesting. He'll talk about politics, sometimes talk about personal stuff. You know, he's a big golfer and cigar smoker and all that stuff. But every now and then he'll step into the world of personal finance and just his journey on the personal finance side. And one thing I'll never forget is he said, you know what? Most people start making the most money in their life between age 40 and 60. That 40 to 60 window is the window in which you really set up your life. It takes 40 years to get to the point where you really start making some good money. Now, if you know, Rush's background is in obviously in radio as a DJ, so you know it's not necessarily a lucrative career until he went off, started his own business, and built that empire, the Rush Limbaugh show. But what's fascinating is he's right. In most cases, you start making the most amount of money you'll make in your entire life between 40 and 60. So if you look back 5-6 years ago when we decided to build Houston House Buyers, one of the things I figured out in my 30s is the track I was on, I was likely not to get a promotion until I was around 40. I kind of topped out at about 28, 29 years old. And then for me to go to that next level, didn't matter how many more certifications I had, how much more education I had, how many more, projects I worked on, all that other stuff. My next promotion really wasn't going to come until I was 40, maybe 38. But at the end of the day, it was going to be around 40. And so one of the reasons I immediately jumped into real estate full time is my thought process, well, if I'm 35 now, and it's going to be 5 more years before I get a serious promotion, why don't I just go off and start a business? And if after 5 years it doesn't work out, I just go back to work. Yeah, that was my entire thought. You know, there's a lot more to that story. But by and large, the thought process was, hey, look, if this doesn't work out, just go back and get a job. I mean, I had a great career. I still have all those. I don't anymore because they've expired, but all those certifications, all those credentials, all that education, I've got all that stuff. So just go right back into the workforce where it was before. If, in fact, what would very likely have happened, I would have started my real estate business full-time at 35. Let's say it failed somewhere between 35 and 40. And I'd probably go back into the workforce and make more money than I did before. So when I started weighing out and calculating the risk of starting my own business, aside from the market crashing or making some really bad business decisions and losing a lot of money, I looked at the risk as relatively small. In fact, I'll tell you this. The risk wasn't starting the business. The real risk was in not starting the business. When I proposed to Sarah, my wife, on how I was going to build this business and shared with her the business plan, she said, and I'll never forget this, she said, "You will regret it if you don't do it. You're going to regret it if you don't do it." And I'll tell you, you can fix just about any emotion in the human condition except for one, and that's regret. You cannot fix regret. And here's what I'll tell you. 99.9% of the time, you will regret the things you didn't do over the things that you did. It's almost 100% of the time. You will regret the things that you did not do. How many of you listening to the show right now have been interested in real estate for 10, 15, 20 years and haven't bought anything or didn't buy anything in 2008 and 2009? I bet you regret that decision. Even fast forward to 2012. That's about the time I got into real estate. And I was buying as much stuff as I could as fast as I could. Now, knowing what I know now, I could have bought 50 houses that year. I mean, just even part-time. Knowing what I know now and how to scale it, and I don't want to call it the shortcut, but the best practices to build a rental portfolio quickly, I would have utilized all of them. The amazing thing is since 2012 to now, how much appreciation have we experienced? Some neighborhoods in Houston, it's double. 15% a year appreciation means a double in value. A house that was worth $100,000 in 2012 is now worth $200,000. I want to continue the conversation we started this past Monday on interest rates. Here's the other thing I know. As interest rates rise, lending standards relax. Don't believe me? Interest rates have risen 1.25 points since 2015. It's easier now to get a mortgage than it was in 2015. Do you believe that trend will continue? And the answer is absolutely. What's been the appreciation from 2015 to now? We know rates have risen. Have housing prices crashed? Are houses worth less now than they were in 2015? No, they're worth more. They are absolutely worth more. I'll tell you this, folks. Don't regret not doing. Don't regret not doing. It's just that simple. I saw someone posted from an event last night. Run your own race. I love that. The one I hear from the hiking community is hike your own hike. Meaning, some of you guys want to build enormous portfolios. You want 300 rental properties, free and clear, $1 bazillion in commercial real estate, and all that stuff's fine. But there's a lot of y'all that just want $10,000 a month in debt-free income. You don't have to build 100 house-a-year house buying company. The only reason we share that with you guys is so we can share with you that there's not a whole lot we hadn't seen at this point. If you're looking for someone to coach or mentor you and how to build a real estate portfolio, I couldn't think of anybody better than us. So you'll make most of your money in your life between age 40 and age 60. So for me, 24 hours into age 40, now's the time. Now's the time between 40 and 60 to really build this empire if I decide to work until I'm 60. That's the choice you've got to make. Do we start working now or are we going to wait? There's no point in waiting. I don't understand the waiting. The only reason you wait is if you don't have enough information to evaluate the risk. What does that mean? I see a lot of new real estate investors, talk to a bunch of them Wednesday night. And what's fascinating to me is the waiting. Well, Jason, what happens when the market does this? Or what happened? You don't know what the market's going to do next. Here's what I do know. I know some of these markets are all-time highs. And if you're not investing in real estate, I mean, the big discussion right now in the circles that I move in on the financing side is that we're about to see some pretty stellar inflation. I mean, it's all the talk in the financial media right now. And the best hedge that I've found for inflation, especially those of y'all who are at or near retirement, is real estate.
1 minute.
That's about the only thing that really keeps pace with inflation. But you've only got a few short years to do it. Now, I am a believer that, hey, you're 70, you get in this business, you can start building a portfolio. But I'll tell you what, if you're 40, you can make a lot more mistakes and build something a lot bigger because you just, you flat out have a lot more time. When I was up in New Jersey last week, I was chatting with a young dude. I called him young dude because he just turned 21. And he's like, what do I do? I said, you do this, this, and this. Do these 3 things and do a whole lot of it. And then when you turn 30, 35, then you decide to do something else. We get back from the break, we're going to talk about why 40 to 60 is so important. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mike's off. Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree, single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our
Thanks,
website,
Steve.
jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or visit our website at questira.com.
Put it
Selecting
here.
a foundation company and their product for repair is
There
a lot
we
like a game
go.
of chance.
Maybe that's
You
better.
simply don't
That's
know
better.
what you're going to get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't carry a license, nor is it regulated. However, Foundation Check utilizes professional engineers to review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825 or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and we have mastered the 30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated team of a coordinator and a contract to close associate.
Oh.
Give me a call today at 713.
Hey guys, St. Arnold's bike team for the MS-150 is moving to the second place spot for fundraising. We're up to $83,000. It's pretty awesome.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
Man, I need some new shoes. These are looking rough.
Taxes. Just the sound of that word makes people cringe.
1 minute.
At
Okay.
Anderson Advisors, we provide tax reduction through asset protection for real estate investors throughout the country. Our unique philosophy has CPAs, lawyers, bookkeepers, and estate planners with one common goal, helping you, the real estate investor. Check us out today at AndersonAdvisors.com, and don't forget to tell us you heard about us at Right Path Real Estate.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
This is Business 1110.
All right, hot mics.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. I want to thank all you guys out there that donated on my behalf for my birthday for the BP MS 150 bike ride. Sarah and I have been supporters of that for years now, and I just put on Facebook, hey, if you guys want to donate to the cause, you want to celebrate my 40th birthday, here's the best way to do that. If you guys want to do that here on the radio, you can go over to just type in BP MS 150, and then if you go to donate and type in my last name, Bible, Bible, should come up. My account should come up, and so is my wife's. And you can just click on that and donate there. So I want to thank all of you guys who donated. The bike ride is in April, so thank you so much for donating, and we will see you out there. I ride with a team here in Houston called St. Arnold. They're a brewery. Texas, no, they're not Texas' oldest, but they're Houston's largest and oldest craft brewer. So, great organization, great group of folks over there. So I want to thank all you folks who have donated to the cause. Let's go back to what I was talking about on Monday and why now is one of the most important times in single-family real estate to start investing, especially if you live in Houston. If you live in Houston, you need to immediately go to one of our weekend events. You need to go to one of our weekend events. You need to be one of our free events. You need to call our office, send an email to support at Right Path Real Estate. There may not be a better time to invest in real estate in Houston in the next foreseeable future. Hurricane Harvey unfortunately, it's decimated a portion of the city. And homeowners, people who live in homes, who live there, homeowners live in homes. Homeowners who only have the house that they live in. That's their home ownership's the one house that they live in. Here's what we know. A significant portion of them are not going to rebuild their house. And we call these people owner occupants. And owner occupants are not going to buy a house, at least in large swaths, to live in it and fix it up. Now, are there owner occupants that are looking for houses to get a good deal post-flood so they can fix it up and live on it? Yeah, there's that. There's a small percentage of them. So the people who are going to rebuild the city are the real estate investors. That's just it. That's period. That's it. Donald Trump's not going to do it. Mayor Turner's not going to do it. FEMA's not going to do it. None of these people are going to do it. Those are all government folks. It's not going to happen. In fact, if you want Man, the news coming out of this from this shooting, this Parkland shooting, is amazing. If you want a lesson in your government will fail you, that's it. Holy cow. I mean, we got FBI screwed it up, local law enforcement screwed up, state screwed it up. I mean, we got a sheriff that was just hanging out outside for 5 minutes while this guy was in there killing people. I mean, just the government will fail you. Guaranteed. Now we just, 8 years ago, we handed health care over to them. That's going to be an epic failure. So reality is government's not going to come in here and fix Houston. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So who's going to fix this city? It's real simple. It's real estate investors. We're going to go in and buy houses and fix them up. In fact, the house that we bought, this is amazing. The one that we've got in Bear Creek, I think we're the second or third house in that section that's going to be finished. And we bought the house in like November. So I don't know what the other real estate investors were doing since August. And it's a beautiful house. About to go on the market for rent. We're buying a lot of these that have been flooded to turn around and rent them. So that's who's going to rebuild this market. It's not going to be the government. So you've got to decide whether you want to be a part of that or not. And here's what I'll tell you. In rebuilding this city, there's going to be a reward for doing so. Why? Because there's a lot of risk. I mean, I'm dumping millions of dollars into areas of town that, for all intents and purposes, are ghost towns. They're ghost neighborhoods. We've got a house we're rehabbing right now to flip right on the bayou. Never flooded. Not even in a floodplain, and it flooded. We pull up. We have once a month, we take our base camp participants out to look at a property that we own, that we're rehabbing. So last month, we took them to a house that we are rehabbing right there at the Beltway and Buffalo Bayou, just outside the Beltway. People would call it Memorial. I guess technically it's South Memorial. Beautiful house. Rehabbing the house. The people who owned the house only owned it for 4 or 5 years, did not have flood insurance. They sold it to us. In fact, here's a little pro tip. If you are in a neighborhood and your house flooded and you're not sure if you should sell it to a company like ours, here's what I'll tell you. Prices are going to go down in the short term because a lot of people are going to figure out they can't rebuild these homes. In other words, don't have the financial means to do so, don't have the time to do it. And so as those houses begin to come up on the market, that neighborhood's going to experience reductions in value. That's just the reality of it. There's going to be more inventory than there are buyers. There's going to be more supply than there is demand. So that's just the reality. So the smart folks are selling their houses now that are not fixed up. So about a month ago, Thursday night, we had our base camp folks out there. We're walking the property. Tom is talking about how we found the deal, how we negotiated the deal, how we determined what we're going to rehab, how much we're going to spend on the rehab. I mean, we walked through all the steps in the process. I got there about 20 minutes before, and as soon as I pulled up, police pull up right behind me. Roll down the window. Hey, what's going on? Hey, guys, just want to let y'all know we're here. We're going to have 20 or 30 people out here, maybe even more. We own this house. We're doing a rehab. We're teaching these folks, how to do rehabs and all that other stuff. They said, okay, cool. Let us know if y'all need anything. But yeah, just let you guys know, there's really nobody in this neighborhood. So, if you see our patrol or somebody else's, we're just, making sure the neighborhood stays safe while it's vacant. We're pouring millions and millions and millions of dollars into these neighborhoods right now. And we're not the only ones that are doing it. There's a whole bunch of other folks. Now, there's a lot of risk in that, but there's also some reward. There is really going to be some reward. And if you're here in Houston, you need to start buying some real estate. You really do. I don't think there's that much risk because you know what? When I look at this city, when I look at this state, there's one thing it's done for the last 30 years, and that's grow. Part of that has to do with our politics. Pro-business state. We want people to come here, build businesses, and make money. We are not anti-making money in this state. that attracts a lot of businesses. So if you're buying real estate in Houston, you're betting on the city. One of the things that kind of disturbs me when I see people talk about real estate investors in flooded areas is they want to make it seem like they're taking advantage of people. I'm like, it's just the exact opposite. We're the ones that's going to build this city, rebuild the city. Who else is going to do it? Think FEMA's going to show up? Think Harris County's going to do it? And they got their hands full with all the other stuff. They've got to manage all the city infrastructure, the county infrastructure. They don't have time or money to go do single-family houses or apartment complexes or office buildings or any of that other stuff. It's us. They've got to do it. And truth be told, that's who it should always come down to, the private sector. We're the ones that are going to rebuild this city. And it's up to you, Houstonians, if you want to help in that. I mean, don't get me wrong. All the Cajun Navy and all that stuff after Hurricane Harvey, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. People who pitched in and donated their time to help people remediate their homes was incredible. But now we got to do some heavy lifting. And the heavy lifting is rebuilding these houses in this city. And I'll tell you right now, real estate investors, we got to do it quick. We had a little bit of a shortage on houses before. We may be entering the crisis zone here as we enter into spring and summertime. Guys need to get in there and get these houses fixed up. So if you're in Houston and you're like, I'm on the fence about real estate, I'm telling you, it's a big green light. Go. There should not be any reason not to invest in single-family real estate in Houston. I mean, I would, if I... Tom asked me a question on Wednesday on the radio, which I hadn't been expecting, and that was, hey, if you were 40 and you had to start all over again, what would you do? And when I think start over like right out of college, like single dude, not married, no kids, just, me, myself, and I, 40, starting over from ground zero. I mean, after I put together a little 6-month emergency fund, once I was doing, my corporate match for my retirement account, and I had a good, solid credit report. By the way, all 3 of those can be done. We have another company called Right Path Financial Education. It's a tools and education company. It does all 3 of those for you. If you're interested in that, send an email to support at Right Path Real Estate. But after you get those basics done, that's what I call the basics. Once I get the basics done, then I'm literally like sleeping on some guy's couch so I can save every single dollar I can to go buy real estate. Like I'm couch surfing to save money to go buy more houses. Just buy. This is such a great time to buy. It really is. And it's a great time even if you're not in Houston. I'm going to get to that at the beginning of the next segment. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mike's off.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property?
Yeah, Richard, it was pretty tame.
Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Ginger, I think you have got it all figured out. How many deals did you do, and how many do you have in the pipeline right now? I was chatting with Daniel, and he was like 6 or 7 or 8 or something.
Fast Track has completed
You're catching
over
up quick.
700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done.
Michael, you asked to
Train and
use a
maintain
project
quality
management
crews
tool,
so it
MS
gets done
Project or
right,
something like
and
that.
complete the work in a proper
project
order so
management
it
tool
gets
for
done
what?
fast.
No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots of communication on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing experience during the loan process. My team believes in putting people and culture before results. Our company concentrates on building those teams who operate with structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you. This way, we have the energy to make this your best home purchase ever. Give us a call today to find out the simple steps to get started. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, the Hernandez team at Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Jennifer.legacymutual.com or call 713-579-3611. Again, Jennifer.legacymutual.com. We can't wait to consult with you soon. NMLS 514497.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. NMLS 514497.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders? The agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber, wholesaler, buy and hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us and let us show you what we can do for you at 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com. That's benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
1 minute.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending has originated over 2,000 loans in Texas, valued at over $250 million. Jet Lending will help you evaluate your deals for free and give you feedback on value, cost of repairs, and potential loan amount. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com. Oh, and don't forget about our famous Third Wednesday Super Investor Networking Meeting. Lots of fun, lots of great real estate talk. We'll see you there.
This is Business 1110.
All right, hot mics.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. I was talking about why now is a great time to get into single-family real estate. In Houston, it's real simple. The flood has created buying opportunities. Why? Because nobody wants to own a flooded house. It's that simple. I shouldn't say no one. A lot of people don't want to live in a flooded house. And who's going to fix that house? It's going to be real estate investors. That's simple. It's that simple. And the faster we get these things fixed, the faster we recover from Harvey. That's pretty simple to understand. I want to make sure everybody gets that. This is the impending, how can I put this? Price reductions in some of these neighborhoods is going to be painful. And we're already seeing it in some submarkets. But this is that rip the Band-Aid off moment. I mean, it's like, let's just get these things sold, fixed, back on the market as fast as possible. Let's get through Harvey as quickly as possible. 2-3 years from now, won't even be that big a deal. It'll be just like Tropical Storm Allison. Flooded a bunch of houses, got them fixed up. 5-6 years later, nobody's even talking about, well, did your house flood or your neighborhood flood during Tropical Storm Allison? Nobody cares. Same thing will happen with Harvey. Let's get in, get these things fixed, get them back on the market, get them rented, get a homeowner or a owner-occupant in there. Now, for those of you outside of Texas, and this also, or outside of Houston, this also applies to Houston. Interest rates rising is a good thing. Rising interest rates are a good thing. As interest rates rise, lending standards will relax. It happens every single business cycle. This is a natural business cycle. And why are rates rising? To curb inflation. Well, why are we curbing inflation? Because employment is getting better. Wages are rising. Isn't that fascinating? The last phase, and we are starting to enter the last phase here. We're entering the fourth quarter of the economic life cycle of a recovery. Fourth quarter is interest rates begin to rise because the cost of labor begins to increase, which all results in increase in inflation. We're entering the fourth quarter. How long it'll last, I have no idea. But here's what I'll tell you. If you thought you saw a lot of appreciation in homes before, just wait. And I explained this on Monday. Just because interest rates rise doesn't necessarily mean price of houses fall. Although most homeowners are payment buyers, that just means instead of them buying a $350,000 house, they buy a $320,000 house. And what it does is it forces buyers into less expensive product. Instead of buying the 4,000 square foot house in Sugar Land, they buy the 3,500 square foot house in Katy or in Cypress. Or instead, probably a better example is, instead of buying the 4,000 square foot house in the Woodlands, they buy the 3,800 square foot house in North Spring. That's what's going to happen. It's absolutely what's going to happen. So if you are a buy and hold investor in Houston, that means we typically operate in houses that are worth $75,000 to, let's say, $175,000. As more buyers are priced out of markets, those buyers end up in a more affordable product. It also puts a lot of pressure on the median home price. Here's what you could do if you're looking to build a buy and hold portfolio that doesn't have a loan on it. I'll tell you what, when you get into business cycles, the only thing that really there's two things that really crush a business in a change in a business cycle. One is obviously revenue. You start not making as much money, you got all these expenses, that's how you go out of business. Ultimately, how you go out of business. You can be cash flow rich and profit poor, also vice versa. So you've got a balance between cash flow and profit. However, here's what I'll tell you how most businesses get destroyed in a market cycle. They've got too much debt. They have way too much debt. Now, these companies that you're watching right now, Sears is a great example. Way too much debt. Way too much debt. So if you don't have any debt, think about it in your personal life. If you own your home free and clear, how much money do you really need to make in order to live? Most homeowners, most Americans, their largest debt is their home. Some of that is different. Some of you guys have some crazy student loan debt, but their largest piece of debt is in the house. Second is the car. Both of those are paid off. What do your personal finances look like? Now, imagine you're a real estate investor and you have 20 rental properties and you're cash flowing $300 a month with a 30-year mortgage on all those properties. So you're making $6,000 a month. Not bad, right? Now let's imagine you have 20 rental properties that are free and clear with no mortgage on them. Those would cash flow closer to $1,000 a month. You got 20 rental properties that are making you nearly $20,000 a month. What happens if there's a real estate crash and you don't have any debt on those assets? Nothing. Really? What are your expenses? If you don't have a mortgage on your single family rental property, you got taxes, insurance, HOA. I mean, like real hard costs. And really there's two, taxes and your HOA. You don't have to carry insurance on a property if you own it free and clear. Now, I'll tell you, I recommend that you do. But when it comes down to, what are your hard fixed expenses? It's really taxes and homeowners insurance. Because those two people can foreclose on a free and clear piece of real estate and take your property. So let's go ahead and include insurance in that because I think you should have insurance. Taxes, HOA, and insurance. I mean, we're not talking about a few $100s a month for all three of those. $400 a month maybe. And a lot of these houses that we're buying are renting for $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 a month. I mean, you're cash flowing between $900 and $1,100 a month. I'm convinced some people get real excited about real estate. They're like, I want to learn how to make $1 million a month or $1 million a year. And I'm like, well, hold on a second here. Let's run your race. If I could wave a magic wand today and you're ready to retire and travel the countryside, go visit grandkids, go skiing, ride the bike all over the place, go to Europe and hang out, trot around the country in an RV, how much a month do you really need? And in most cases, the answer is somewhere between $5,000 and $20,000 a month. $5,000 to $20,000 a month. That's probably about 95% of y'all listen to this radio show. Now, there's a bunch of folks in our group and that would like to make $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month. And they're really building an empire. But for most of y'all out there, probably between $5,000 and $25,000 a month. We're only talking about 25, 30 houses, free and clear. You don't have to set the world to work on fire to build that. Is it going to be hard work? Yeah, it's going to be hard work. But I'll tell you what, you don't have to work for 40 years to get to that. You put in a good, solid 7, 8 years, part-time, you could build a buy and hold portfolio that's got between 5 and 25 paid-off rental properties in it. And I'll tell you why that's an important discussion now. Let's say I want 10 free and clear rental properties in the next 5 years.
1 minute.
I'd buy 20 properties today. Because as these things appreciate, there'll come a point when you can take the cash flow from the properties, all 20, and take 10 of those properties and sell them, and they will have appreciated so much you could nearly pay off the debt owed on the other 10. It's a really simple strategy. We call it our 2-house strategy. Something we talk about at our weekend retreat. If y'all are interested in learning how to retire inside of 5 years, you can send an email to us, support at Right Path Real Estate, or if you go to rightpathrealestate.com, you can sign up for our event next Thursday. We'd love to see you there. I get back from the break, I'm going to talk more about this 2-house strategy. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Lights off.
Hi,
Clint Coons here, attorney and avid real estate investor. You know, the greatest mistake real estate investors make is not understanding the potential liability that exists from owning real estate. At Anderson Business, Legal, and Tax Advisors, we specialize in protecting real estate investors in all 50 states. In addition to structuring your business for optimum protection, we provide guidance so you pay the least amount of taxes available under the law. We have 150 employees that range from lawyers to CPAs to estate planners and much more. Download our free ebook, The Invisible Investor Strategy, today at AndersonAdvisors.com or call for a free risk reduction analysis and financial blueprint at 800-706-4741. Anderson Business Advisors will help you keep more of what you earn. Call us today at 800-706-4741 and mention Right Path Real Estate.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree, single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Do you have cracks in your brick, doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? Then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary.
Yeah, I do like stout beers, Richard. The only time I don't like stout or dark beers is when it's summertime. It just feels like, you know, you're eating a meal and it's hot outside.
Is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started NextGen Appraisers.
Well, Michael, all we need to do is get you like
appraisers specializing in investment
20 houses.
We understand that investors aren't
I know you've got some rentals already.
what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346.
You know, the number I keep getting stuck on is either 25 to 50.
Did you know that there
Because
are
what I
over
really want to do is
$24
build this little
trillion in
pipeline
retirement accounts
where I'm
in the
just
US? Imagine
literally
if you
taking
could
money
use someone's
from
IRA
my
to
passive
fund all of
investments
your deals.
and then
Well,
just buying more
you can.
passive investments,
Quest
like one or
IRA
two a
is
month,
based locally here in
with
Houston,
like 20%
Texas.
down.
At Quest IRA, we offer
Or
retirement
not even
accounts
20% down,
that
even
can
like
be used to
$10,000,
invest in
$20,000
real
out
estate,
of pocket.
promissory notes, private entities,
And I got
and
25
much
coming in
more.
passively. At
Many
least
of
I'm
our
buying one a
clients
month.
loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give
30
advice.
seconds.
However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For
They
more
have 'em all
information,
over me.
visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs
today.
or go to our website, questira.com.
This is Business 1110.
Hot mics.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. Look, folks, you can retire in a few short years with real estate. You don't have to work 40 years to do it. You don't. It's a couple of years. Just buy a handful of houses a year. I'm also not going to be one of these guys that tells you need to liquidate your IRA and go buy real estate. I think that's stupid. You use your IRA to invest in real estate. I'm a big fan of Quest IRA. If you go to one of their classes, they can teach you how to do that. We can teach you how to find the real estate. They'll teach you how to do it and meet all the legal requirements of of doing that with an IRA or an HSA. It's a health savings account, or do it in your kid's college fund, a Coverdell. Here's the reality. Retirement is within your grasp. And I will tell you this, even though we'll tell you that you can't do real estate without any money or credit, you need to have some. We can help those people who are just starting out, who got some dings on their credit, who got some debt. We've got some ways to help y'all with that. Send me an email to support at Right Path Real Estate. We'll get you in front of our financial education side of the business. But you can retire. You absolutely can do this. It's going to require a little bit of work, but it's not hard work. It's not like we're training you to be a surgeon or something. I mean, it's just buying some single-family houses. But here's what I'll tell you. Now that I am the ripe old age of 40 years old, don't wait. You will regret, more often than not, the things you didn't do than the things you did do. Go ask your grandparents. Heck, if you're like me, you're in your 40s, go ask some older buddies who are in their 50s and 60s. I can tell you what all my buddies will tell me. They'll say, I wish I got into real estate sooner. I wish I started younger. I wish I bought more houses 5 years ago. Even the guys that went through a couple of these real estate cycles went through a crash. And we're like, yeah, we got beat up a little bit on that crash, but we bought all those houses on the backside. Don't worry about things that are outside of your control. I would absolutely do everything in your power not to regret not buying houses. Make that decision today. Go to rightpathrealestate.com. You can see all of our events. We got all kinds of stuff going on all week, every single week. Got our weekend retreats coming up in March. Go to rightpathrealestate.com. We'll get you signed up there. If you want to go to one of our free events, we've got them on Thursday, 6:30 p.m. It's our introduction to Income and Wealth Workshop. We'll be happy to introduce you to how we make money, build wealth in real estate. I'll see you guys on Monday. Thanks for listening. Thank you guys so much for all the birthday presents and the birthday wishes there. I will see you all this weekend. Birthday party is Sunday afternoon. So I will see you guys at the brewery Sunday afternoons. Jason Bible, thanks for listening.
All right, Jay, have a good day.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.